Talebot. Create custom stories for kids.
Milo's Marvelous Manhattan Misadventure, The Race to Real Riches. A special bedtime story for Milo. Once upon a time, in the bustling heart of Manhattan, lived a young boy named Milo. Milo was no ordinary boy. He was a hotshot rookie race car driver, known across all boroughs for his incredible speed and daring maneuvers. His car, a shimmering red racer with streaks of lightning painted on its sides, was his most prized possession. Together, they were unbeatable, or so Milo believed. One sunny morning, as the city awoke to the melodies of honking taxis and chattering crowds, Milo received an invitation that would change his life forever. It was an invitation to participate in the biggest race of his life, set to take place on the other side of Manhattan, where the roads twisted and turned like a giant maze. The winner would be declared the fastest racer in all of New York City, a title Milo had dreamed of since he was just a wee toddler playing with toy cars. Overcome with excitement, Milo immediately set to work, polishing his red racer until it gleamed like a ruby under the morning sun. "We're going to win this," he whispered to his car, a broad smile plastered across his face. But little did he know, his journey to the race would teach him something far more valuable than any trophy. As the race day approached, Milo decided to take a shortcut through a part of Manhattan he had never ventured into before. This area, unlike the shiny skyscrapers and bustling streets he was used to, was quiet and worn down, with buildings that whispered stories of yesteryears. It was here, in this forgotten corner of the city, that Milo's car suddenly sputtered and came to a halt. Try as he might, the car wouldn't start again. Stranded and worried, Milo felt a panic rising in his chest. How would he make it to the race on time? It was then that he heard a gentle, melodic voice. "Looks like you could use some help," it said. Turning around, Milo saw a tiny figure floating in the air, glowing softly in the daylight. It was Tinker Bell, the fairy well known in children's tales, yet here she was, in Manhattan, of all places. But, how? Milo stammered, unable to believe his eyes. "In a city of dreams, magic finds a way," Tinker Bell replied with a smile.
Talebot. Tailor-made tales for your child's dreams.
She explained that sometimes, getting lost is how one truly finds themselves. She offered to help Milo fix his car, but only if he agreed to help the residents of this rundown part of Manhattan in return. Milo, though hesitant at first, agreed. Together with Tinker Bell, he spent the day before the race helping the people around. They fixed broken windows, painted over graffiti, and even organized a small block party. Through it all, Milo learned the stories of the people there, discovering the rich tapestry of lives that had been woven together in this neglected corner of the city. He learned about kindness from an old man who had been a racer himself once, about courage from a young girl who dreamed of being a pilot, and about the value of community from a family who shared their last loaf of bread with their neighbors. As night fell, Tinker Bell waved her wand, and Milo's car roared back to life, better than ever. Come race day, Milo arrived just in time for the start. But as he lined up at the starting point, his heart wasn't racing with the thrill of competition, it was full of the love and connections he had made. When the race began, Milo drove like he had never driven before, not for the glory, but for the joy of it. In the end, Milo crossed the finish line a close second. But there was no disappointment in his heart, only peace. He realized that winning wasn't everything in life. The real riches were the friendships he had made, the laughter shared, and the lives he had touched along the way. As Milo celebrated with his new friends from the forgotten part of Manhattan, Tinker Bell whispered, "Remember, Milo, the greatest victories aren't always the ones you see." And with that, she vanished, leaving behind a sprinkling of pixie dust that glimmered under the city lights. Milo looked around at the smiling faces, feeling richer than he ever had before. So, dear child, as you close your eyes and drift off to sleep, remember Milo's marvelous Manhattan misadventure and know that the greatest victories in life are found in the love we share and the kindness we spread. Good night, and may your dreams be filled with magical adventures and real riches.
Created by a kid and their parent using Talebot, click the link in the video description to create your own story.